about Fortnite getting sued.
I know. Oh, the 8-player co-op mod for Skyrim is entering closed beta. That could be exciting. Steam now has 90 million monthly users. Steam delivered 15 billion gigabytes of data in 2018. Jesus.
Damn. Is the 8-player Skyrim multiplayer mod?
8-player co-op mod for Skyrim. Yes, sir.
All right, we're live.
Entering closed beta. Ooh, baby. Ooh, yeah, that's our faces over there on BarelyADS. Twitch.tv/
Okay. I think we're good.
I think you're good. I'm trying to find anything interesting here.
Oh, we got 4. That's good. The 4 big, like 3 big ones and a fun one. When we get to the TWAB, I'm just going to like fly through it. And then if there's anything you want to talk about afterwards, after I get through it, then we can. I'm just going to paraphrase.
Activision Blizzard is getting a war.
Oh, yeah, Activision's getting... what do you call it? What? Why are we now hosting the Riddler? We were streaming.
Did you go off?
No. There we go. It's still there. Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
People are speedrunning the Resident Evil 2 remake demo.
But of course.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to hit record.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that too.
Do-do-do.
Fun fact.
Cool.
One of Dead Space's scariest sounds is San Francisco's public transportation.
That's amazing.
And now you know.
Oh, I did miss another listener question. Dang it.
Man.
I forgot there's another place to look for them now.
Oh, yeah. Fallout 76 player finds human NPC and unreleased items in secret dev room.
Oh, dang.
Whoa.
Okay, there's none in there that I want to touch on. Like the one question is not good for just 2 people.
I'm going to have to refresh this. It still shows you're hosting people. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I had to
We good?
refresh. Reports suggest Amazon is developing a game streaming service. Who would have thought?
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that too.
They want to be involved in something else? What?
Right? I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
Okay. You're
Over
also
here.
turning me on.
Ooh. As usual, right?
Oh,
Hey,
baby.
what's up, Zach? I'm definitely getting Anthem, but I'm probably getting it on PC. Sorry,
Same
my dude.
boat. But I am getting Division on console.
I don't really like shooters. Like
That's
I keep
right.
telling,
that's right. I keep
like,
forgetting that.
everyone's like, play Rainbow Six with me, or do this, or like play this other shooter with me. I'm like, no. Like, I like Destiny because it's space RPG shooter. But
This browser game lets you control real-life robots in a scale model Chernobyl. I'm interested.
what? Let's clap if you're recording. You're
Oh,
recording?
yeah, I'm ready.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Dope. Okay. We'll start this thing up in a second.
Sotium Chernobyl is a game about driving tanks through Chernobyl, picking up energy items in order to survive. It's a pretty dull concept on paper, but obviously there's a twist. The tanks are real robots, and the Chernobyl depicted in-game is a real-size model. Whoa.
Wow. Full-size model of Chernobyl? Like
Well,
this-
not a... I don't think it's full size. Depicted in-game is a real scale, so not full size. Presumably housed in a warehouse somewhere. It's presumably housed in a warehouse somewhere in the Ukraine. 210 square meter model is cleverly constructed. As it looks free.
That's super weird. That's
check
like
us
the
out.
weirdest thing.
I signed up to give it a shot. Once my email was verified, I was plunked into a tank which I controlled using WASD. Almost immediately, I entered a small shed and got stuck. Then, because I hadn't picked up any energy power-ups called isotopes, I ran out of energy. In order to continue, I had to pay.
Okay.
Ukraine.
So you literally have to pay for the, like, power to the robot.
Yes.
That's
But you're driving real robots. I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah. Interesting.
That could have been bad.
You could have been bad. Impossible. You're perfect in every way.
Mom could have been bad.
Oh, maybe she was at one point in time. I was born. Over 8,000 elite dangerous pilots are embarking on an incredible 18-week journey. Wow.
All right. Hey, what's up, Gunbait?
Gunbait 101.
How's it going, my dude?
Oh my god.
All right. We're going to start this shiz.
All right. You didn't send me anything, so I assume that I don't. Oh god,
Yeah, I
pressed a
gave
button.
up.
Hold on. Please
Okay.
hold. I accidentally opened something. It's going to be really loud. There we go. I didn't want to not hear anything you were saying.
Hey, what's up, Phoenix? How's it going?
Oh, Phoenix.
Still at work. Ugh.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
All right, here we go.
All right.
In 3. Stop pooping. We're live at twitch.tv/BarelyADS. I'm your host, Xanafan711, and I'm here with just Elmer Fudd, but it's not just Elmer Fudd, because I'm super glad it's him that we're two-manning this with. So, yeah. What's up, Fudd?
Dude, what's going on? Thank you. Stop pooping. That was magical. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
I almost
man.
had another one of those stories the other day, and I immediately thought of that. It was hilarious.
I told you you'd like the intro.
That was amazing.
So the band of the week this week is Deerleap. That's DEERLEAP.bandcamp.com. If you want your band on the show, email us at barelyadestinyshow@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter at barelyads. Or you could hop in the Discord and just hit us up there. You can find that on the website, www.barelyads.com. From there, you can also join the clan. If we want you all to do us a little favor. We have been trying to get this YouTube thing going, and we post every episode of the podcast on YouTube. So if you would please go hit subscribe and help us out there.
It's so easy.
And then if for some reason you want to help support us monetarily, you can do that at patreon.com/barelyads. There's some perks that are in there. But yeah.
You guys
Do
are
it
doing a
if you
nudie calendar, right?
Oh, we probably should, huh?
I think so.
iTunes reviews is Scott's job, so we'll get to that next week if we have any new ones. So, yeah, dude. Fudd, thanks for hopping on.
Dude, absolutely. I'm always honored to be here among your beautiful presence.
Yeah. Scott is sitting at home, maybe watching the stream, actually, but his wife went out to dinner at the spur of the moment, and he's watching his kid. And then Ben is also watching both kids, so neither of them have the ability to be here tonight. But
We
Fudd
should
is
have
here.
them and their kids.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane.
Amazing.
My niece
They've
has
added
been
a lot.
my niece has been a bit much lately, to put it lightly. So
Ooh. Feels
yeah,
baby.
feels baby. Indeed. Oh man. So I didn't play any Destiny this week. Did you play any Destiny
I
this week?
did play Destiny this week.
Oof.
I recently acquired Forsaken on PC and took that dive.
Heck yeah. You told me you sent me a clip of you Ric Flairing after after a trust kill. So you're in.
Oh, dude, it felt so good. Keyboard and mouse, Crucible. I did it. Oh, probably shortly after it launched on PC. I played for a while and then left, and it felt really good to be back in there.
Oh man, all of the frames.
All the frames.
All the frames. And if
Aiming
you're-
and actually making shots feels good.
Heck yeah. And if you're gonna get Anthem, please get it on PC. And let's.
Yes.
We're gonna try and combine the consoles onto the non-console. So hit us up there. That's next month. Holy crap.
Is it really?
Yeah, comes out February. late February.
Oh God, I thought it was another one away. Oh no, rip my wallet.
Rip my wallet. Also, rip Activision's wallet. And
Oh,
jumping into the TWAB this week.
nice.
It starts off with a message from Luke Smith. So I'm just going to read it straight up. Hey, everyone. I wanted to share 3 things on behalf of the Destiny team today. First, our sincere thanks to the people at Activision who've helped bring Destiny to our players, High Moon Studios for their wonderful collaboration on Forsaken, and Vicarious Visions who helped establish a Destiny community on PC, worked with us on Warmind, and who is currently readying their Destiny Swan Song with content that will appear in the upcoming season of Redacted. Next, in the short term, we're continuing to build the content we've promised for the annual pass. We've learned a lot from Black Armory that we will apply to future releases. Most notably, that we'd like the beginning experience of content drops to be a better point of convergence for the player base. In Black Armory, we set the power requirement for the First Forge too high, and that meant it wasn't a great chance to jump into some new content. We want to find the line between new content that many players can play and aspirational content for players to progress forward. We're exploring improvements to catch-up mechanics for players in upcoming seasons. Last, long-term, Bungie is committed to Destiny. We created the universe and we hold its future entirely in our hands. The vast majority of the team is hard at work envisioning future experiences, enemies, and ways to play the Guardian you've been building since 2014. We're going to keep doing that. We're thinking about what it means to be truly independent, what it means to self-publish, and crucially, what Destiny's future can now look like for our players. It was a busy fall, and it's going to be a busy year. When I look ahead and think about Destiny and where it could go, I see a bright future with roots in a memorable past. Not everything has been lost in the dark corners of time. See you soon, Luke. It's very well said, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting moving forward with Destiny.
How soon do you think until we start seeing content that they've fully, like, you can tell, like, they completely held on to it and made it their own, do you think?
I don't think until the fall. I think all the Activision touched content is slated to release at a certain time, and it was probably part of the clause too. Like I can bet that Activision is still going to gain profit-wise from Forsaken content. And then in year 3 or Destiny 3, I don't know which is going to happen, probably year 3.
I would assume so, yeah.
We'll get like straight Bungie type stuff, maybe with a little bit of Activision still in there. But most of this has been Bungie anyway. I think Activision was more just the scheduled content and forcing them to release something every so often so Activision could keep making money. As you do when you are a publisher.
Like Activision touch, that's nice.
Yeah.
Show me on the roadmap where Activision touched you.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. That's a possible show title.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right. There we go. Moving into the TWAB, we've got update 2.1.4 news, which is the sandbox update that everybody has been desperately waiting. See several adjustments to weapons with the following goals in mind. I like that they tell us the goals now. They want to buff underutilized weapon archetypes. They want to adjust hot button weapons in PvP, including Telesto and Wave Splitter. And they want to avoid PvP adjustments that will negatively affect PvP efficacy.
PvE.
Yes. In summary, our design philosophy is to keep the sandbox feeling the same, but tune damage separately, dependent on activity where it makes sense. Here's a sampling of some of the changes you'll see. For weapon archetypes, auto rifles, they're going to increase the damage to rapid fire, adaptive, and high impact ones. And they find that they're a little unforgiving for the ranges. So they're increasing the damage to offset the higher risk, but they're not touching the range. Scout rifles, damage increased for lightweight and rapid fire families, as well as an increase to all scout rifles in PvE. And they're always going to be on the lower end of damage due to the safety that their range affords you. sniper rifles. They're going to increase the damage on the rapid fire archetype to be able to kill in 2 body shots. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Although
Yeah, I can't hit those headshots, so thank you.
snipers are still finding success, so they believe that allowing you to clean up a kill easier with a sniper rifle will allow the sniper to have that success at more ranges and in more situations. Couple exotics they're touching. They're increasing the range and damage of Acreus.
Wow, that's a weapon I haven't heard in a while.
Exactly why that's happening. I'm sure. Telesto. PvP damage brought down to match a standard fusion rifle charge rate. The zoom was also increased to match fusion rifles with a long-range scope. And Telesto has become fairly notorious in the Crucible for its effectiveness, even in some cases getting accidental multi-kills due to how damaging the explosions were. To combat these, they're reducing its PvP damage to match its charge rate. This brought up an issue where doing so is significantly hurting the usability of the weapon, so the optics were buffed in return. In general, you should still find it an effective weapon, it just won't be quite as generous as it was before. And this leads us into our first listener question from Laz. He says, in the TWAB, they discuss changes they've made to the PvP portion of Telesto. Knowing that they can adjust PvP damage without touching PvE, do you see them adjusting other weapons that are/could be deemed too powerful in PvP? Fudd, what do you think?
I would hope so. Well, isn't this something they've been talking about for a while now, that they could change things to be separate from PvP or PvE?
I don't know if they've said that they could, but they just kind of started doing it.
Okay.
You know.
Well, either way, that's the way it should be. So I'm glad to see it happening.
Right. I think they've only done anything to Telesto that way, as far as I can tell. But yeah, I also hope so, and I think that they will. You know, I don't see a problem with it whatsoever.
No, absolutely.
You know?
That's the way to have the best PvE and PvP experiences.
Right.
Just have totally separate sandboxes.
Yep, I agree. All right, so moving on. Trace rifles. They are increasing the minimum amount of ammo you could receive from special ammo boxes, and they're reducing the strength of Wave Splitter in PvP. So after the ammo changes noted above, Wave Splitter had its one weakness removed, so they've opted to bring it in line with the other trace rifles before this patch hit the public. Let's see. Weapon tuning is an ongoing process. We'll be sure to talk to you about it again in the future. Some topics we're looking at for future potential adjustments include trace rifle damage in PvE, SMG damage adjustments, shotgun adjustments, and taking a holistic look at the heavy slot options and how much of an impact it has on loadout choices for PvE content.
That's really interesting.
Right? I hope we just see a bigger variety of crazier guns in the heavy slot for PvE.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be fun. Let's see. They're making some changes to the Black Armory stuff. Let's see. Ballistics logs. I don't know what any of this means because I haven't forged. So
Same.
okay. So I'm just going to plow through this. Ballistic logs will no longer be removed at reset.
Thank God. I don't know what that means.
The stack limit for ballistics logs increased to 5 per character. Weapon frames carried across reset now refund into the following. Gold frames refunded into 1 ballistic log. Silver frames refunded into 3 modulus reports. Any instance of a radiant matrix will be removed on a weekly reset. Players should stop experiencing the issue where frames are missing from Ada's inventory on a week-to-week basis. Players may still only purchase up to 2 gold frames per week. The drop rate for Black Armory lore was increased from 10% to 20%, and it now requires a successful forge ignition for a chance to drop. Quest step that requires players to defeat a high-value target on Nessus no longer requires that a player land the final blow. I remember that one.
I had heard about that one. Yeah. Oof.
Modulus reports and ballistic logs will now go to Postmaster if lost. There's a cap on modulus reports still at 15 per account. Forge emblems will be awarded when completing a forge, no longer requiring a specific bounty to be completed, and that's not even the final form of the deployment. Check the player support report player support report below for a list
Wow.
of known issues being addressed in update 2.1.4. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to let you
It's
go
not
to
even
the
their final
TWAB
form.
and read it. So, all right.
I understood half of those words.
Yeah. Hopefully those of you who have been playing the Forges know what that means and are excited about it.
Hopefully it's all positive. It sounded good.
Yeah. All right. So we got some news this week outside of Destiny in the gaming world. The biggest of which I think was that EA canceled an open world Star Wars game. Now, if you haven't been following, this game originally was being made by Visceral Games from Amy Hennig, the creator of Uncharted, and it was a narrative-focused game on rails, like Uncharted. EA canceled that and reallocated the assets into this open-world Star Wars game. And aside from the Respawn, I found out it was a Respawn game, the Knights of the Fallen Order, coming out later this year, this is the only other Star Wars game that we knew of. So EA has had EA has a deal with Disney for 10 years to make Star Wars games. It's been 5. And all we've
Disney
gotten
already came out and said, like, you're basically done if you don't succeed, right?
Kinda. The only
Yeah.
2 games they made were the 2 Battlefront games, the second of which had a lot of bad press. And this is when Disney
Really?
came
I didn't
out. Yeah. Disney, this is what you were talking about, where Disney was like, yo, fix this now. And
You don't want Disney mad at you.
Yeah. And lo and behold, the loot boxes were turned off the next day. Well, actually, that's kind of what we think happened. But, man, EA's totally dropping the ball right now.
I know it's rough for EA right now, man.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if they're able to come out of this, or if contracts go down, or
Right. I mean, finding out that the Knights of the Fallen Order was a Respawn game has me excited because,
yeah.
as far as I know, Titanfall's great.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I can imagine that one would be fun, but now everyone's worried that EA's just going to cancel that too.
Well, it is kind of what they do. So.
If you could pick a studio to make a Star Wars game, like who would you have make the game, and what would it be?
Oh my God.
'Cause the last good one, I guess, or would be considered good one, was Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder.
A long time
I think
ago.
Naughty Dog could do a really good job with a Star Wars game.
ooh, with like an on rails story driven.
Yeah. I think they could pull it off.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
they've already got.
That's what got canceled. That's literally what got canceled. Amy Hennig.
I know, but Naughty Dog would be doing it, so it wouldn't get canceled.
Right. This is true. I think I would want to see Rocksteady. A Rocksteady
Oh, really?
separate timeline game.
Yeah.
You know, Rocksteady or like Insomniac, I think would be good.
Ooh. Those are good choices.
Yeah.
Literally anyone at this point, but
Literally anyone. And go figure that the last good one was a BioWare game.
yeah, oh, fancy that.
Yeah. What do you know?
We're not fanboys or anything.
Also happened this week, Assassin's Creed Odyssey's new DLC forced players into a heterosexual romance. If you were romancing, you had to be in a heterosexual romance, which was strange because throughout the whole game, it was basically just fuck anyone you want.
Yeah, that was their big selling point of the game, was you can make a male or female and go any direction you wanted. And then
Yeah.
the DLC, they're like, nah, this is how it is now.
Yeah, it kind of felt accidental, honestly. And they're working on fixing it already. They came out and apologized immediately, and just were, yeah, it was interesting. I haven't played it yet. It's sitting on my shelf, still in the wrapper, but that's
I
on
never
the
picked
to-do
that.
list.
I loved Origins, but I never picked that one up, actually.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was saying this one's way better than Origins.
Impossible.
Possible, apparently.
All right, we'll see. All right, I'll pick it up, I guess.
Next thing on the list, and this story is incredibly convoluted, so if you want to know more about it, check it out. But here's the nutshell version.
Get comfortable.
The new CEO of Gearbox was given a $12 million bonus, secret bonus, that is supposedly the general feeling and consensus is that this was supposed to kind of go back into Gearbox, and he used it as like a mortgage loan or something like that. I don't know. It's insane, but it was a bad allocation of money on multiple fronts. And he had all the information for this on a USB flash drive, which he left at a medieval times.
Excellent choice.
And it was found, and also on this drive was what was originally announced as child pornography. But
oh my God!
Turns out later it was just, like barely legal cam girl video recordings. So his like freak side was released to the public as well. Why you keep porn and company secrets on a flash drive on your person, and then leave it in medieval times? I don't know. But
I don't know what sitting at the, like. Why did it end up on the table? Like, were you talking? I bet you'd like to know what's on here, and they just leave it there. Or, I don't know.
I can't believe it. This story is just so ridiculous, and I don't know if this guy, whether even if he isn't really, or even if he's fairly innocent, I mean, he's got to be guilty of doing something wrong somewhere in this.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he's never gonna have a regular life again.
No.
Or was on the guy that stole $12 million from your company and then left the information saying you did it along with some child pornography at a medieval times? Yeah, that's me.
that's how I would want to leave the corporate world. That man had it planned.
Yep, he's gone out with a bang, for sure.
They ain't forgetting me.
The last
what a life, Jesus.
The last bit of information. This is just kind of a fun little aside, is that there is an 8-player co-op mod for Skyrim that is going into closed beta right now.
Yeah, that could be super exciting.
Yeah, this is what Fallout 76... I bet you it's what Fallout 76 should have been.
Right. Just make a mod.
Yeah.
And let us play multiplayer. That's literally all everyone asked for, not anything else that you guys did.
Right.
What's the community asking for? Yeah, just to play Fallout co-op. All right, let's fuck it up.
Multiple times.
Yeah, absolutely. What is everyone's favorite thing? NPCs? Take them out of the game.
Yep. Oh, gosh.
Jesus.
So, before we get to our listener questions, kind of decided we just wanted to drop some hot takes. I'm going to start us off right now.
All right.
This is something that I realized before I quit eating meat, and that's that steak isn't that good.
Wow.
Yep. There we go. Fudd, what's your hot take?
I'm going to need a moment to comprehend the words that were just thrown at my my ears. Steak's not even that good.
Yep.
I got a hot take. Xanafan 711's opinions really aren't that great. Oh, you're muted for there. That was like muted. The most awkward silence in my life. I was like,
you almost made me choke. Giggity.
As I do.
Do you have a real hot take?
Oh my God. I totally forgot that you told me to do this. I'm not gonna lie to you right now.
Oh no.
I really can't get over the steak thing. I just had steak last night. Like, it was like really good. Oh my God. Yeah, I got nothing, dude.
All right.
I do apologize.
Xanafan's opinions, not that good. There you go.
It's not that good, guys. It's not that good.
All right, so that was Zan's hot take for the week. All right. Listener questions brought to you by Cosmodrome Vodka. We here at Cosmodrome Vodka appreciate y'all's rebrand to BarelyADS. It's not really a rebrand, but kinda. It's a half rebrand. It's a lazy rebrand.
Half brand.
You could say we are very similar to you in that we barely have any good ads. That's a knee slapper. We crack ourselves up.
Whoa.
This week we ventured into the Niobe labs after one of the, quote, best and brightest, end quote, finally solved the puzzle inside. First, thanks to our newly separated corporate overlord for calling the rest of us idiots. 2, Niobe Labs was absolutely teeming with the essence of the so-called, quote, best and brightest, end quote. So we bottled some and returned to the distillery to test it and combine it with our vodka. In the end, we came up with World's First Race Vodka. Why that name? Because when you take a swig of this vodka, you will be granted the mind powers of Glad, Datto, Giggs, Gathalion, Broman, and T-Rex all at once. Our Smelly Hunter testers report that the mind power effects only last 10 minutes, which lead the testers to consuming entire bottles to prolong the effects. It hasn't been pretty. If you happen to be allergic to the cosmic cereal grains of potent potatoes we used for making our vodka, then you will receive the mind powers of the saltiest gardens across the interweb cosmos. Cosmodrome vodka is not responsible for the loss of friends or family due to your new saltiness, the effects of which don't seem to wear off ever. You will be able to find this vodka on store shelves once every Guardian across all platforms has acquired the Izanami's Burden sniper rifle. Unfair, you say? Tough luck. You gotta complete it to drink it. Now, by the power vested in us by the great taken butthole of the Confluence, we bless this world's first race vodka in the name of our Lord Shax 2019. Remember, Guardians, in Cosmodrome Gofanon, forges drink batteries from you.
Wow.
All right.
That was beautiful.
Whew. These ad reads, he likes to make it tough. He really does.
I don't know how he finds the time. I mean, I know how he finds the time, but
Right.
that's every week he just brings it, dude.
He does. It's always like, it's timely with what's going on, with a lot of jokes and like, there's a lot of shade in there, and it's great.
Well, they never sound alike, ever. It's always something super fresh every week. I don't know. It's my favorite part.
Indeed. It's so good.
I love it.
I still miss the ones like chairs. They're for your butt. I might have to reach out again.
Yeah,
See if we can get another one of those not for the listener questions, but just sponsor a different segment. Maybe I get someone to sponsor hot takes. Anyway,
There we go.
Gorilla Golf wants to know what video game would make the best live action movie. Mine would be a Borderlands movie. I'm guessing Red Dead or Mass Effect will be said, so give me something fresh. I will say, Red Dead doesn't need a movie because there's already a bunch. It's just a John Wayne movie.
And well,
Or
that's
yeah,
but-
it's
well, there's different kinds of westerns. John Wayne's his own genre. Clint Eastwood is his
Yeah.
own genre. But
just the
Red Dead literally is a movie that you play. So yeah, that doesn't need a movie.
exactly
But yeah, Mass Effect is obviously given something fresh.
right.
Something fresh. I think I didn't have to step away from BioWare, so I think like anything Dragon Age would be really cool.
Dragon Age could be dope.
There's some good story in there, some good fantasy stuff in a movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with, and I haven't played it yet, but I think it would be dope. God of War.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really good movie.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Oh, especially the newest one.
well, they could just take. That's something they could do with a movie. Take the feel of the newest game, but throw it in the story of redo the story of God of War 1, 2, and 3, the originals,
Yeah.
as a movie.
Oh, I like this.
Right. There we go. Sony, hit me up.
Also, the world that Diablo takes place in, that'd be a really cool cinematic universe.
Stay a while and listen.
These bones don't feel like they used to.
Right. All right. Jay, aka Gear Dad, asks, "Do you guys tend to follow big name streamers, people you know, or a combination of both?"
Combination of both.
For
I
me-
tend to usually watch the smaller ones, but if there's a couple of them that are bigger, that I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw this on for a while.
Yeah. I just watch my friends, basically. I think the biggest streamer that I will watch is Aura. So
I dig it.
Yeah, I'll check in with like Dado or Glad during the raid race if I'm around. But other than that, nah, just my friends. And then as a follow up, Chris3711 wants to know: do you think any streamer can get big enough that they no longer need to worry about how they treat people in their chat? And do you think they realize what they're doing?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I immediately just think of PewDiePie because I don't think he cares whatsoever what his audience thinks.
I think if your channel starts out being that way, then you can get big doing that.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to start off as like community focus. I love all of my viewers, and then turn into a dick that hates everybody.
Right.
I think if you start being a dick, then you can get big. You can get a big dick. Get big as a dick.
Yeah, and I think it's like a bit too, kind of for the most part. I watched a video from a streamer that just like will randomly ban like subs for no reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess if that's your shtick and people like it.
it's a gimmick, I think.
Oh yeah, well, like those restaurants where they're supposed to be as rude as they can to you. You know, some
Yeah.
people super into that.
Right? Everyone's a masochist.
It's true. It is true.
I don't know. I think it's the common kind of celebrity thing though as well. You see it with celebrities where they start off as they get bigger, they become more and more. I think it's more of like pulling away from the community and the people that support them as like they consider themselves on a different level maybe.
Yeah.
And in that case, I don't think they know what they're doing. I think it's just adapting to their changes in their lives. And sometimes people react negatively to changes in their lives. Sometimes they react positively, you know. Look at like Dr. Lupo got big and got more positive.
Yeah,
and more
somehow.
community focused.
And he was always just insanely positive. So yeah, to go even more so, you're like, what? How?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think I think of Twitch as just a new medium where famous people are created. It's just a lot more community based than movies or TV or music or something like that. You know?
Oh yeah, because you got to watch it in actual real time.
Yeah, exactly. Last question of the night goes to Gorilla Golf. And that's what music do you listen to get pumped up or motivated? I would have to go with Lose Yourself by Eminem or The Man by Aloe Black.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Mostly, oh god, anything like Battle Beast, Unleash the Archers, like some intense power metal usually gets me pumped and ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. I like either probably Between the Buried and Me or something like Mastodon. Probably more Mastodon.
I dig it. I dig it.
If you need something really fast, Meshuggah.
Taking notes?
I was a metalhead for a while. This brings up a fun story for me.
Bring it.
In college, my first 2 years of college, I listened to a whole bunch of like indie folk, like your typical hipster stuff, and then also some like old school hip hop. And then I transferred schools between my second and third year of college to the private Christian school, and decided to do a social experiment when I got there. And all I listened to, and I listened to it very loud from my room for the first 3 months of school, was metal. Just metal.
I love it.
And I had long hair at the time, stuff like that. Then after 3 months, I just started playing everything. I think my debut non-metal song was "Since You've Been Gone" by Kelly Clarkson.
God. Yeah, that brings back memories. Jesus.
Oh man, dating myself, and that had been out for a while too.
Yeah.
But
That song, every time it comes on, it just transports me. It's ridiculous.
you can't help
I
it.
hate it.
You can't
No,
help
I know.
it. Yeah.
I was at dinner the other night. This is actually this last week, and it came on at Applebee's, and I was like, "Oh God, no!" It just whoop.
Right. Arisen Phoenix says "Ghost to Miasma" is a good hype up song.
Ghost, yeah, absolutely, man. Same train.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I got a lot of weird looks when I started just listening to the stuff I normally listen to in college.
I like that. How'd the experiment go though? Everyone like not talk to you, walk quickly by your room.
Oh, everyone was fine with me as a person, but they were just like, I thought all you listened to was metal. It's like, why?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it happened. It happened a good amount too. Even though I did have a Sublime bag, that was my bag at the time. So probably could figure it out if they really tried.
I love
Yeah.
it. That's a great story. I've never listened to metal once. You guys talking about? You guys are crazy. What are you hearing?
Yeah, and that's the kind of acceptable social experiment where you're not hurting anyone or scaring anyone.
Absolutely. Well, you might have scared someone.
I might have scared somebody,
There's
but
usually one person's like, "Oh my god."
typically when you hear someone say they're going to do a social experiment, it's really just a prank.
Yeah, a really horrible, horrible prank,
Yes.
like the bomb backpack. That thing video pisses me off every time.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh man.
No, so this guy dresses up like ISIS and like carries a backpack, pretends it's a bomb, and like throws it into like bus stops and just starts
my
running away.
gosh.
And so everyone thinks they're gonna die for half a second. And he thinks it's hilarious. I'm like, that is so mean. Like
It's-
people with their babies, like they're like, oh my god, I'm about to die, holding my child right now.
That is
Oh,
really
it pisses
mean,
me off.
but also funny. Like I can see how it's funny, but it like I don't condone it. That is terrible.
I probably, if I wasn't a parent, I'd probably find it funny. But watching parents like hold on to their kid, like literally for a second, you see it in their face. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna die with my child. You're like, oh my god.
I would probably be inclined to actually chase that dude down and beat the crap out of
Yeah,
him.
and like no one does, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is
dude.
our society now. Is you all
That's how you should get your ass kicked in public. Yep,
exactly? He should.
exactly.
Man. Since you've been gone, right? Takes me back.
Yeah. Since you've been gone. Fud, what you been playing? Let's finish it out with that.
Oh man. Well, Destiny 2, Forsaken on PC. Been playing a lot of that. Finished the campaign. Started that grind. Been playing a lot more Overwatch as well. And then I finished my how far I need to get for our podcast for Mass Effect earlier today.
Oh, nice. I'll be doing that
Yeah.
this weekend. I finally rolled credits on all the DLC for Spider-Man.
Ooh, how was that?
It was good. It was good. The second and third DLCs were okay, but they fit into the story pretty well. It just seemed like a small, like if it were a comic book, like a 3-story arc, you know, or
That's
a
kind of cool, though.
3-book arc. And then I'm back into Red Dead because I've been laid up. I hurt my back, so it didn't
no.
hurt it. It's
Sorry, I was so rough with you.
sciatic nonsense. So I've been just laying in bed a lot, and so I've been playing a lot of my PS4 stuff because my chair isn't the greatest for my back. So, but getting back into Red Dead, I'm actually like in the middle of a bank heist right now. So I didn't save. It's my PlayStation's just on,
Yeah.
and I'm on that from like last night. But yeah, Mass Effect this weekend. And I'm kind of afraid to jump back into Magic because I'm in the platinum rank area, and
That's been crazy
It's
listening
been
to
over
you
a
move
week.
up, dude. Yeah.
so I don't want to screw it up, but I also want to move up some more. So 'Cause if I start again, then I won't play Mass Effect because I'll just be trying to hit Master.
Yeah, Mass Effect is your priority.
Yes.
Feed
Exactly.
yourself with BioWare.
Exactly. I only need to get it's 4 or 5 hours that I need to put in Mass Effect to be caught up for the podcast. So
Yeah, I've been home like horribly sick, and I was like, I gotta get it done. So I like crawled out of bed and like rolled over to the TV and like laid on the floor sideways and made it through the mission. I was like, all right, we're good. Like passed out on the floor.
oh man, it's been a lot of fun jumping back in there too.
Oh my god, yeah.
So nostalgic.
And then because I haven't done a Paragon or no, a Renegade playthrough in a long time. And so I'm just going full on just being a bitch to everyone, and I'm like, this is so fun.
Right. I'm going Paragon, and then I'm gonna go. I've never gone Renegade in 2. I don't think.
Oh, it's so good.
If I did, I can't remember, and that's like pro the bad guy. So, um, I think that'll make for a really interesting.
Mass Effect 2 Renegade is one of the funnest experiences.
Yeah,
It's
for
so
sure.
good.
I probably have done it and just don't remember, honestly.
Could be.
All right, well, that's gonna be our show. It's a short one.
Oh, damn. All right. So that was the 2 people.
So I was 2 people and Scott asides. Scott has a way of telling stories that both causes me and Ben to talk more and elongates the podcast himself. So miss you guys, love you guys. Before we leave, we really think that we have something special here with this community of listeners and friends in the gaming community. And
Absolutely.
we would hope that you think so too. And if you do, please tell somebody about the show and about the Discord. Get them into this community. We want to grow this thing and see where it can possibly go.
Absolutely.
Basically, just that age-old story of a clan that stuck together through thick and thin, multiple games, and grew into just like a giant group of friends. So, yeah, tell someone about the show, invite someone in the Discord, and Fudd, where can we find you and your guardians? Just some of them.
Just some of us Guardians. Well, I host a show called Just Some Guardians. You can find us on Twitter at JSGcast. Our show is on iTunes and Podbean. As for myself, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Elmer Fudd Games, a double M double D.
Hell yeah, all of the D.
Oh,
we got
baby.
the
So much D.
Barely an Awards show winner tied
Of
of the most D.
The most D. What did I change my
Was
name
it tied
to?
or was it
Discord?
you? I can't
It was me
remember.
or Sentinel Dad because he's got the.
Yeah. It was a tie for 2 because you both had
What
2.
did I change my name to in here? I don't remember.
Man,
I gotta find it. Oh, Elmer so much D. That's right.
the most D tied with Sentinel Dad. And I have been Xanafan711. Find me anywhere you can find me at Xanafan711. The other 2 guys that are normally here, Det Ben Malone. You can find him at Det Ben Malone. Wow. And Slapshot Scott is at Slapshot Scott. The O's are zeros. Anything you need to know about the show, go to BarelyADS.com. And the band of the week this week was Deerleap. And you can find them at Deerleap, DEERLEAP.bandcamp.com. Go check those guys out. You can probably hear a little bit of it right now. And until next week, everybody, be the light you want to see in others.
Catchphrase. Hey. Boom.
Let's clap again.
I would love to.
All right. We're doing this clap in 3, 2, 1. Dump. All right, I got to send the love to somebody. Let's see who's streaming.
All right. Let me stop that recording.
Me too. Okay.
That went by way quicker than I thought it did.
Well, it was only like 40 minutes.
It's 45.
45 minutes of recording.
45 minutes of just bliss.
We're
Which
gonna
episode was this,
rate
bud?
103.
103.
Ooh, Ben's
Dip
asking
and
if you want to play
Malone.
Destiny.
I could be interested. I'll let you know. I gotta take care of kiddos first, and I should be good for a little bit. We'll see.
All right, y'all. We're gonna send this raid over to Bo Solaris.
Oh,
say hi to the dude.
yeah.
Catch y'all later. Have a good night, everybody.
103. Okay. Exporting that audio.
All right, here we go. Boom. Bo Solaris.
Boom.